Everyone, how are you all? Good. Only four people came, right? Seriously? Good. Now, good. Now we are going to start the actual JavaScript, which is the DOM. If you understand the DOM, whatever the things we have done till now, you will use them all in the DOM. Real time, if you wanted to use everything, you will use it in the DOM only. Okay, let's start with the DOM. What is DOM and all I will tell you. Start HTML, script.js. Now, let's see some websites. For example, you go to some website like narisheti.com. Now, in this narisheti.com, see, I got it one pop-up. What if I want this pop-up like this? Or if I click this button, automatically the pop-up should close. I wanted something like that. Or whenever I click something, I wanted to show only certain values. Or whenever I click something, I wanted to something to appear, or I want something to not appear. I want something to close. Okay. Whenever I click here, is there any pop-ups here? No. Uh, Whenever I click here, imagine if I need any pop-up. If I click here, can you see it's a screen actually, it's a separate page. What if it's not a separate page? Whenever I click here, I wanted a separate pop-up to come. Okay. Or whenever I click, I wanted something counter to change, like Amazon. Whenever I click on it here, any product, whenever I click here, some product, the moment I click here, I wanted something number to change here automatically. See here, 0 is changed to 1, something 0 is changed to 979. This is all JavaScript is only doing it now. In HTML, I did write only 0. Whenever my page loaded na, HTML actually wrote it 0. But whatever you write it in HTML, JavaScript is changing it. JavaScript can able to change HTML. JavaScript can able to change the CSS also. If you see till now, whatever you have done, you printed everything in console. What if you wanted to print it on screen? What if you wanted to change some things which are there in HTML? This everything can be done by DOM. Okay, let's understand how this DOM works. Now, first, you will write some HTML code. You will write some HTML code. Let me write some HTML code. HTML head, head, body, body, HTML, हेड के अंदर टाइटल, माय पेज, टाइटल, बॉडी, h1, hi, h1. Now everyone see this HTML code. Do you have any doubt in this HTML code? What this HTML code will print, sir? Hi. This HTML code will print hi. Now, how this HTML code runs, I will tell you. First, whenever you click go live now, it will not directly come to screen. It will not come to screen. You have something called screen here. Screen means your browser will show you some screen na? Your whole website will be shown, and your website will not directly come. It will not happen like this. Shit. Okay, go here. Smeta and all. Let's remove it. Now, let me write it here one more time. H1, hi. Now, how it will work is, first, whatever your HTML is, whatever the HTML you wrote it, first this HTML will be going to something called DOM tree. Your browser, before printing, it will construct one tree. Because your browser cannot understand the code directly, your browser will construct one tree. The tree is like this. First, what is the first element here? What is the first element, main element? What is the main parent, ma? HTML. What is the main parent? HTML. Now your browser will do like this. Your browser will do like, first write HTML, and what are the children of HTML? Online also please participate, sir. What are the children of HTML? Head and body. Now the children of HTML are head and body. Now, what are the children of head in this program? Can you tell me? Can anyone see and tell me what is the children of head? Title, record, title, title. The children of body is H1. Children of body is H1. ये टाइटल के अंदर डॉक्यूमेंट है, H1 के अंदर हेलो वर्ल्ड है, वो सिंपल. Now, this total is called DOM tree. What is it called? DOM tree. This DOM tree will store it in one object called document. What is the object named? Document. So, क्या हुआ sir? Your browser, to understand your code nicely, complete your HTML code. It will convert into one nice tree structure and it will store it in one object. What is that object named? What is the object name, sir? देखो, HTML कोड है ना, तो बिफोर प्रिंटिंग पूरा HTML कोड एक ऑब्जेक्ट में स्टोर करता है. जावास्क्रिप्ट, सॉरी, ब्राउजर एक ऑब्जेक्ट में स्टोर करता. वो ऑब्जेक्ट का नाम है डॉक्यूमेंट. ऑब्जेक्ट का नाम है डॉक्यूमेंट. एक ऐसा ऑब्जेक्ट है इसके अंदर सारा HTML कोड स्टोर है. Now, whatever it is stored in the document, it will show it in the screen. It will show it in the screen. Sir, now understand it. Whatever you are showing in this, whatever you are seeing in the screen, na, that is not the actual HTML. That is nothing but DOM. Imagine, imagine JavaScript access this. Imagine my JavaScript access this. Imagine JavaScript access it. JavaScript changes this H1. Instead of hello world, instead of hi, in this H1, if it says bye. If I'm changing this, it will also change it in screen, na? But it will not change in original element. It will not change it in original element, but it will change it in the screen. So my original HTML is giving into document object. After that, document object is giving into the screen. Now, what if document object, that middle guy, if I can able to change it, that is what the DOM. That is what the main logic of DOM. This DOM, what it will do, document object model moleto, your JavaScript will access this document object and will take each and every element and will change it however it wants. Will change it however it wants. Is it clear, ma? Are you getting my point, sir? Now, let me show you practically, sir. Like, right here, one code. This is our HTML. Let me write it here, H1. Hi. Now, if I take it here, if I go here, console.log, console.log, document. What I'm printing it, sir? I am just printing something called document. Now, what it will print, document print करे तो. Go here. Now, everyone, what is a document, sir? Just now only we discussed. Document is a बराबर. Document is a object. वो object के अंदर क्या रहता? Hey, just now only I told you na. Document object contains. Open Ray, open your mouth. Document object contains complete your HTML. Document object contains complete HTML. It will not contain hi. It will contain complete HTML. Now, if you see document object is there, let me open this in incognito to show you clearly. Inspect console. See, one object is there. If I open this object, can you see what is there? Can you see what is there? Ma? Now inside is head is there. Inside is body is there. Now body के अंदर one H1 है. Body के अंदर script है. So everything you write in HTML, everything you write in HTML is stored in one object. What is that object name? What is that object name? Document. Why Ray? Why you guys don't talk? Open your voice now. So document is an object which contains complete HTML. Your complete HTML code, whatever you write it, is inside the document. And here, how can we check elements beside the console? What? How can we check the elements beside console? See, console, we will use it for the debugging process. If you wanted to change the elements, we can use it beside the console also you can do. That is the purpose of the document. Don't worry, we will do it. Now, first solution is I wanted to print whole object. वो ऑब्जेक्ट डॉक्यूमेंट के अंदर क्या रहता है I printed the object. When I printed na, I got it like document object के अंदर complete HTML है. Whatever I wrote it here, that is there. Any doubts? Any doubts, ma? Online, any doubts? No. Now, sir, I will tell you one simple logic. The logic is so simple. Inside this high is there. I wanted it to change it to buy. I wanted to change it to buy. एक H1 है. H1 के अंदर high. And you have to select it in the JavaScript, this H1, and change it to buy. वो कैसा करता सर? To do this, first you have to select the element. What you have to do? Select the element and then change the element. How do I select the element? Go here. DOM elements can be selected, modified, or even create new elements. You can even create new elements using document object methods. Using document object methods. There are some default methods, we will use it for them. Good. Now, first, you need to understand three things for DOM. First one, DOM selection. How do you select DOM elements? Second one, DOM manipulation. How do you change the DOM elements? Manipulation. Third one, DOM creation. How do you create it your own element? Means, sir, देखो, here everything you write it in your HTML is inside this DOM na? Now, sir, I want to select in this DOM H1. I want to select that element in JavaScript. कैसे select करता? That is one way. Second, inside the H1 वो high है, हम change करना है by. तो कैसा modify करता? Or in this HTML paragraph is not there, but I wanted to add paragraph also here. वो कैसा create करता? These three things you should understand in the DOM. First one is how do you select the element so that after selecting only you can able to manipulate it, change it. Third one, you can able to create it new. These three things you will understand it slowly one by one by one. First, online also understand it. Hope you are getting it. First, how do you select an element? Did you remember CSS, ma? Can anyone tell me how do you select an element named something like tag h1 in CSS? If I'm giving h1 tag, how can you select it an element h1 tag? Directly h1. Directly h1. If there is a class name chitty, how do you write it in CSS? Dot chitty. If there is a ID named chitty, what you will write? Hash chitty. In CSS, if you want to give any property, sir, in CSS, if you want to give any property, sir, HTML elements को select करना है. To select the elements, you can use tag name, class name or ID name. तो class name में select कर रहे हैं तो dot करना है. ID select करने हैं तो hash. You remembered it? Same like that, you can even select the JavaScript element by using some methods. There are some methods. First method, get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name. It is used to select an element to select an element or elements using a tag name and it returns an array. It returns an array. What does it mean? I go here. I want to select this h1 in JavaScript. I want to print this h1 in JavaScript console. How do you do that? Console.log. How do you select the element? Document dot get elements by tag name. If you remember, I told you document is a object. Object बोले तो dot करना है. Get elements by tag name. What is the class? What is the method name, sir? Get elements by tag name. Now, in this get elements by tag name, I will give one tag name. What is the tag name here? H1. If I give it, what it will do, sir? It will select all the elements. It will select all the elements in your HTML with a tag name h1. It will select all the elements in your HTML as h1 tag named h1. Now, if you go here, can you see you got it one HTML collection array? Can you see one array came? If you go here in that array, 0 index is there. Where is your h1, sir? Where is your h1 element? In body h1 element है. You selected it ना? You printed it ना? Now इसके अंदर h1 element किधर है? In 0 index. In Can anyone tell me how do you access this 0 index? How to get this element, sir? How to get it only h1? Okay. Today I think you guys came completely off your brain. I think. Open your brain one more time. I'm telling it again. In your HTML, h1 is there, right or not? In your JavaScript, you write it document dot get elements by tag name h1. If you write it, it will bring all the h1s. It will bring all the h1s. Now you got one array ना? ये array के अंदर वो पूरा h1 रहता है ना? Right or not? You have only one h1 array. How do you access that element? How do you access it, sir? अरे ये array है माँ, इसमें अंदर 0 इंडेक्स में रहता है पूरा. If it is only one h1, it will stay it in the 0 index. It is not h1 of 0, it will be like 0 index of this. Imagine you have two h1s. H1, hello. What if I want this second h1? What if I want second h1? How you will do, sir? One index. We will do one index here. If you want second h1, you will do first index. If you go here, you can see in JavaScript it is printing. This hello is the second h1 na? How did you selected one element? How did you selected one element based on the tag name? You can select an element based on a tag name by get elements by tag name, and you have to give a tag name here. If you do it, you will get one array. What you will get it, ma? What you will get it? Array. In that array, you can give index value so that you will get it correct value. Any doubts here? Online, any doubts here in this line? I will give you one question. Can anyone select the second paragraph? Can anyone select the second paragraph in the JavaScript? Can anyone select this second paragraph? Write it in your books. Open your books and write it online. Online, please write it. Online, please write it the whole code. Is H1 is the array? No, H1 is not an array. Document dot get elements by tag name H1. That one is array. I think someone in the online is misconception. Nagaraj, P is not an array. P is a tag. I want it like document dot get elements by tag name. ये पूरा करे तो array आता. Document is an object. Document is one object. In that object, if you are using get elements by tag name and you give one tag, you will get the answer. Na? That answer is array. Write it. Do this second. Completed. Get this second paragraph. Everyone, please do this second paragraph. Online, someone named Patne Mallikarjun. Right answer. Hemant, right. Hemant, wrong answer. I wanted second paragraph. Rahul, you just printed only two. Wrong. Give me whole code. Hemant is also wrong. Please check it, Hemant. I wanted this second paragraph. Write it, ma. Till now, only Mallikarjun is right. Please do it. Pooja is right. Yashwant is right. Bhuvan Kalyan is right. Only one mistake is there in all the answers. The mistake is if you want to select that second paragraph, ma, you have to write like this. Document dot get elements by tag name, tag name, and I have to select the paragraph. So you have to put it in a quotation. Single or double, it doesn't matter. You have to put it in a quotation. In that question P. Now what will happen? All the elements with the tag name P will be selected. All the elements with tag name P is selected. There are three elements with tag name P. Three P tags are there. In that only I want second one. Second one bole to index one. This is the answer. In online they forgot to put it as a string here. Except that everything is correct. Is it clear ma online? Online, is it clear? Online, is it clear, sir? Now, good. Sir, can I select the elements using class name like CSS? Yes, you can select the elements using class name also. Like for example, this paragraph is having class chitty. Now, if you are remember in CSS, you will select the element in CSS. We are selecting the elements here using something called dot. You can select the elements using uh, dot or hash. ID is hash. Here you can select the elements using class name also. How do you do that? In CSS, it is dot chitty. In JavaScript, we will use a function called get elements by class name. Nagraj, sir, here we are getting statically. If we get it dynamically by value, then how? What does it mean by dynamically value? Whatever the value, you will have it in HTML. Na? Any value which is there in HTML, you can bring that answer. Okay. Any value which is there in HTML, you can bring it up. Anyway, I will tell you in future how to do more and more, but you will slowly understand. Now, Nico. Here there is one paragraph chitty. I wanted to select element paragraph with a class name chitty. How do you select an element paragraph with class name chitty is console.log document dot get elements by class name, get elements by class name. The class name is chitty. Class name is chitty. If you do this documents dot get elements by class name Chitty, here you are getting one array. Did you see that? Why you are getting it array, sir? Because there might be a chance that multiple elements might have the same class name. There may be a chance that so many elements will have same class name na. How do you select it only exactly one element? Then you will write it here document dot get elements by class name, and the class name is Chitti. Now here you are getting an array, sir. In this array, your paragraph is in zero index. Can anyone tell me how do you print it? The zero index here, zero. Any doubts here? No. See, document dot get elements by class name Chitty and the zero index. Now if you see, you will get that paragraph. Sir, I write it. See, this is exactly like your CSS, ma. No need to confuse. In CSS, first you will write dot class na. Dot class name करे तो क्या होता? वो class name select होता खाली. Here be if you write this only class, वो particular class का element will be selected. But sir, any operations you do, you will do it in future. Till now, I have not done any operation. I have not done any properties. I'm just selecting the elements. तो select करने का एक method है get elements by class name. And if you give class name, automatically it will select all elements. But if you want specific element, you should give it array. You should give array. Online Nagraj, we are getting error. Can tell me your error, sir Nagraj. Just tell me your error. I will tell you. Online, is it clear, ma? Open console. Dekho. What is the console error? When we have one error. Arey, this is because I have one extension, Ray. These are extensions. Dekho. Always open your website in the incognito mode. Now see this. I open my website in incognito. Did I have any errors now? Do I have any errors now? No. Because that is because I have some extensions. Okay. वो छोड़ दो. Extensions are रहता है. बहुत extensions, बहुत errors रहता है. So वो छोड़ दो now. Sir, if you do this, get element by class name, it will select the elements with the class name. Any doubts here? Is it clear, ma? Can you guys select, can you guys select an element with class? Here, class. I want you to select the second heading. I want you to select second heading in JavaScript. Pooja is saying it like, sir, it should show only good now. Why it is showing it all paragraph? Understand, Pooja. You are not selecting the, you are not asking only text. You are saying it like pura element you are selecting. You are not asking what is inside the paragraph. If you write it get element by, you are read that name. That element is get element. Oh, pura paragraph element pura aata. You are not writing only good. You are selecting pura paragraph. Okay. Complete paragraph element will come. This is to select elements, not the text. Not the text. Select the element. Is it clear, Pooja? Now, online anyone, please try this, sir. I want you to select this second one. Offline also try it, sir. Okay, good. Print this, sir. Okay. Online Yashwant, Hemant, all are right. Based on the class name. Yes. Based on the class name. Yes. Now, answer is console.log document dot. You should write document dot get elements by class name. Why document dot? Document contains whole HTML. वो document के अंदर ये class name है बुज्जी, सारा एलिमेंट्स दे दो, गेट एलिमेंट्स बाय क्लास नेम बुज्जी. तो इसमें इंडेक्स 1 चाहिए हमको बराबर. Now it will come that particular second h1. See, it will select the element, not the You should understand it always. Select the element, not the text. Is this clear, ma? Online, is it clear? Yes. You can also select the element using ID. You can also select the element using ID. Console.log, console.log, document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. Now, if you go here, ID, element. Now, document dot get element by ID, my ELA. Do I need to give eraser here? Do you think I have to give array, ma? No. Anyone tell me why? Only one ID. Perfect. Because IDs are unique. They will have only, there won't be any other element with my ELA, na? There will be so many H1s, there will be so many paragraphs, there will be so many class name चिट्ठी, class name बुज्जी, but ID my ELE एक ही एलिमेंट रहता. उसके लिए if you read that function name, वो नेम है एलिमेंट बाई आईडी गेट एलिमेंट. इधर नेम्स एलिमेंट्स क्योंकि वो सारा एलिमेंट्स आता है इसमें. डाउट? It will also select the element. See, it selected the element and it printed. See, we are just doing step one where we are just understanding how to select the elements. It's like you are understanding dot and hash. That's it. You did not did anything. You did not change anything. You will do change also in future. Don't worry. First selection. कैसा options है selectors. In CSS बहुत options है ना. Like child selector, descendant selector, कुछ भी. ऐसा here भी बहुत selectors है. Now, these all are optionals. Now you can select an element using tag name. You can select an element using class name. You can select an element using ID. Now I will give one ID. Let's go here. ID para. Can anyone select it this element with the ID para and print it, sir? Can anyone select this element? Everyone in the online also. Select the element with ID para and print it, sir. Document dot get element by ID para. Online most people were right. Console.log document dot get element by ID para. This one will select automatically the element which is having ID para. And if you see that that element can be selected here. selected here. You are selecting the complete elements, not any other things. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma here? No. Next. Next one. Sir, is there any other way? Yes. You can select an element like using CSS query. Using CSS query. CSS query बोले तो console.log. Sir, I can't remember get element by tag name, get element by class name, get element by ID. Can I do any shortcut? Like you can do it one method which can do almost all three. That is document.query selector. What is that? Document.query selector. And you have to give one query here. Queries are like you can give a tag name. If I give directly H1, then it will select the H1. See, if I give here dot chitty, same like CSS you should give dot chitty. Then can anyone guess what it will select, sir? If I give dot chitty query selector, can anyone guess what it will select? Select with class name chitty. Select with class name chitty. If I give hash para, what it will select, sir? ID para. ID para. But the problem is, if you use this now, it will select only first element. It will select only first element. Dekho, in your HTML code, two bujjis are there. Bujji hi and bujji, another one is hello. If I use dot bujji, it will print only the first one. See, it is printing only hi one. Hello one, it is not printing. If you use document.query selector, a query selector select only one element based on the query. The query can be like, dot, hash, or direct. Same like CSS, you will write the query. You can write kuch bhi. But that element will be selected. That element will be selected only the first element, not all. If I want to select all, sir, I wanted same like this only, sir, dot bujji, but I wanted to select all elements. Then you can use query selector all. What you can use? Query selector all. Total here 5 methods. These are only the selection methods. First one, get elements by tag name. What is the first one? Get elements by tag name. Tag name will select the element based on a tag. Tag name will select the element based on a tag, but it will return all the arrays, all elements in a array. So you can access whatever element you want based on index. Second, get elements by class name. Get element by class name also will select all the elements with a particular class name, but it will also give you array. So if you wanted certain element, you have to give index. Next, get element by ID. Get element by ID will select only one element with that ID. Because anyway, with that ID, only one element will be there. Query selector will also select it based on a query. You give class name, ID name, kuch bhi. You can write any query, but it will select only first element. It will select it only first element. If you wanted to select all the elements, you can use query selector all. What you can use, ma? Query selector all. Online, if anyone have doubts, you can mention it in this 5. లేదు query selector you can't select second one. Query using query selector all. देखो query selector all will give all na. If you wanted second one, you can give index one. Now it will get second one only na. देखो second one is the hello. But by default query selector is for the only first one. If you want second one, use query selector all and use the index. That one will work. Online, is it clear, sir, till now? Online, is it clear, sir, till now? If it is clear, I will give you one element. I will give you one element. select that element using tag name, using class name, using id, using query selector, using query selector all. I will give you one element only, change it for clear, use it for all. Is it clear? Now let me give one element, sir. Now h2 dot heading hash my heading, use hello world. Now everyone, use use get elements by tag name, use get elements by class name, use get elements by id, use query selector, use query selector all. Select one element using 5 ways and print it in console, sir. Task is select this one element using 5 methods and then print it in console, sir. Everyone in the online. If you want it, I will just show you side by side also. If you want to see the code side by side, you can see that actually. Using tag name, using class name, using ID name, using query selector, using query selector all. Please write it, sir, everyone in the online. If you do this one more, slowly you will understand the DOM. Once you understand DOM, you can able to rock it. Document.get elements by tag name, that is good. I think online people did not get it how to do that. You are using H1 ma. I gave it here actually H2. See it here. Online people are going with the H1. That is wrong. I gave it here H2. Check it. Online is it done ma? Is it over? Offline is it done, sir? 5 methods. Let me know online. Online, is it completed? Good work, Malikarjun. You sent it all. Now, online, is it completed, ma? Good. Done. Now, okay, sir. We all are selecting okay. Sir, after selecting what you will do in CSS, after selecting you will change the properties na. You will change background color कुछ भी change करता है. Same way, after selecting the element, you can also change it here, sir. Now, let's do it here. Some kind of logic here. Now, let me do it. This is for selection, sir. DOM. Let's do from starting one more time. Let's do from starting one more time. Go here, DOM. Here, I'm selecting here DOM 2, index.html, script.js. Now inside this index.html, I'm writing here here, and I'm writing it here script src and dot slash script. Now here I'm creating one h2 hash my element. Now here hello world. Now is it necessary rule, everyone? Is it a rule like I have to select it every time by all elements? Do I have to write every time class tag name only select? No. Do I have to select it every time by class name only? No. Do I have to select it every time by ID only? No. You write CSS na? In CSS, did they put any rule like you have to select it by class name, you have to select it by ID? No. It is all optional, sir. Your wish. You select by ID, you select by class name, kuch bhi. But by doing practice, you will understand which elements can be selected by class name, which elements can be selected by ID, right or not? Same way here. Now I want to select this element using ID. I want to select this element using ID. Everyone, I am doing simple DOM manipulation. After that, we will write the notes. We will just pair it up. Okay. We will not discuss much, but we will just give you a basic glance of manipulation now so that you will understand real-time use. Now, देखो. Can anyone select this element using ID myELA? How do you select this element using myELA, sir? Tell me. Document dot get element by ID. What is ID name? myELA. I am storing this inside const const heading element. Now inside one variable I stored variable का नाम heading ELA. In this heading ELA I stored one element. What is that element? Element with ID myELA. It means a पूरा element, complete पूरा element I'm storing inside the head. Inside the, if I print this heading, Anyone guess Ray? What it will print? Huh? Total H1 tag. It will print the total H1 tag. You can see it actually. Very good. You go here. If you do this, it will print the complete H1 tag. Don't worry about the error. If you do this, it will print the complete H1 tag. Any doubts, ma? Online, any doubts? Online, any doubts here? Online, is it clear, ma? It printed the whole H1 element. I hope no doubts. I hope it is clear. Now, someone is saying it earlier. I think someone in the online said this. Sir, I don't want whole H2. I wanted to select what is inside. What is the inside H2? What is inside the H2? Hello world. If you wanted what is inside the H2, you can access it using text content. What is that? Text content. If you write dot text content, you will get it all the text inside. Text content बोले तो text inside. Text content बोले तो text inside. Can anyone tell me what is the text inside this heading? So what it will print it in the answer? Answer will be hello world. देखो, right? Right or not? Now I am going to do the trick. Now I am going to do the actual trick. देखो, heading element dot text content hello world है, क्योंकि तुम HTML पर hello world लिख दिया, right? Now I will be like, no, heading element dot text content should be Prasad. Should be Prasad. Did I write Prasad in HTML? In HTML, what I wrote? Hello world. But इधर देखो क्या प्रिंट हो रहा है? In screen, what it is printing, sir? Prasad. Why? Signing. Excellent. This is assigning. So, क्या हो रहा है, sir? In your HTML, you write it something hi or hello world, and you are giving it to document object. Now, my JavaScript is accessing this H1 element. After accessing, it is accessing this hi text content, and it is changing it. Is changing it. Document object overrides HTML element. Yes, it can do that because I told you na, dekho, understand, if I change it here, hi to buy, will this change it in the HTML ma? No, but it will change in the screen na? Y- y- Understand it. You are not changing the HTML. HTML document object को दे रहा है, document object screen को दे रहा है. I am changing document object. तो screen में change होता. Original HTML वैसे ही रहता. देखो, देखो मेरा HTML. मेरा HTML क्या है? तो आउटपुट में क्या है? क्यों? तो HTML ब्राउजर को ये इधर रहता है ना. This is not HTML actually. This is document. This is document. Now if you go inside the body, you can see it. What is there? Prasad. And actually, did I write Prasad? No. Actually, I wrote it something like hello world. And in JavaScript, I take that element and I checked it what is inside the element text content, and then I changed it. Online, is it clear, ma? Online, is it clear? Now, sir, let me put it more interesting. Now here, directly it is changing it, na? Directly it is changing it now. Instead, I will put it here inside one function. I'm gonna use all the real time use now. Functions and all. Function. वो function का नाम change है. Function का नाम change हो. Now, will it change or not? Anyone tell me? If I do this now, will it change to Prasad or not directly? It will not. Why? Because I did not call the function. Because I did not call the function. Now, you know how I will do? I will do one calling, one by one concept, slowly understand it. This is the basic DOM, complete DOM. I'm telling it in a small project so that you will understand real time. Now, if I go here, button, one button I'm keeping, button name is click me, and I'm giving one event. Event बोले तो if someone click this button क्या करना है? If someone click this button here on click, what is it? On click, and I'm doing it here something called change. Change. Now, perfect. Now slowly see it. No worries. We will do only this small program only remaining time. Slowly see it. See your HTML. In your HTML, what did you printed, ma? Hello world. What did you printed? Hello world. And you put one button, na? Click me. Can you see this? You put one button. And if you click this button, what will happen? If you click this button, what will happen, sir? It will call one function. What will happen? It will call one function. Very good, sir. Let me call the function. If I call this function, in function, what I'm doing, I'm taking this heading element. Just a minute. నాకు సిలిండర్ గ్యాస్ ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు నేను అక్కడుంది నాకు ఇక్కడ లేదు ఫ్యామిలీ వాళ్ళు హెచ్పి హెచ్పి బట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఈస్ ఫైన్ ఫర్ మీ చేస్తారు కదా ఓకే తీసుకోండి ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ 3 3 సామాన్లు అవన్నీ షిఫ్ట్ 1 2 డేస్ పడదు Now, okay, everyone see it one more time. Where are we? Where did we stuck now? I click the button. When I click the button, it called one function called change. What is the function name? Now, in the change, what I did, I selected the element. Which element रे? The element with ID ELA. Element के अंदर, whatever the text is there, I changed it to Prasad. Now go here. Now initially say nothing is there, but if I click on it, initially nothing is there. But when I click on it, what it will happen, sir? Prasad. Now again, if you see it in incognito, you can see it without any problem. See, originally, not this. Originally, what is inside this? But if I click on this, what will happen? It will change it to, see, you are changing this. You are changing this middle guy. And that one is document. What is it called? Document. When we put any pick instead of name, yes, you can put it. Slowly, I will tell you. I will tell you how to pick picks, how to put colors. बहुत है. In see, in first level, we are just understanding selection. Today, I am just selecting. But to show you real time, I also showed you some basic manipulation. If you remember, document is having three stages. First stage is selection, second stage is manipulation, third stage is creation. In this manipulation, I will tell you, tomorrow I will tell you how to change it to text, how to put it image, how to put it something colors, how to put it different things we will discuss. But first simple text change करने का I'm telling you. Any doubts here online? Online कोई doubt है माँ? Online, is there anyone having doubts? Online, is it clear, sir? No, sir. Let's do it more interesting. देखो, I will change this instead of hello world, I will put here 0. What I will put? 0. Now here, I will write here change. I will say increase. I will write it here. I will write it here. Now this heading element, what is inside the heading element initially? 0. Now I will write it here. I will take one value. Let C equals to 0. Something C value 0 hai. So whenever you click it, C value increase hota. Now what it will become C value now? What is C value now? If you click the button, करे तो 1. Then वो C value heading के अंदर रहता. Now heading के अंदर क्या होता? Originally heading के अंदर क्या है? 0. But when you click the button, C value will become 1 and that C value will go to the heading element. Inside the heading element, what will come now? 1. If I click one more time, what will happen? See, if I click one more time, what will happen, sir? 0, 1 बन गया. If I click one more time, next. See this code line by line. See the HTML, see the JavaScript. Online, please tell me if you have any doubts in this. Online, anyone have any questions in this? Online, is it clear, ma? This one? Because if you understand this one, you can do the first project in the JavaScript. Any doubts in this? No. I hope no. Can anyone create another button which can decrease the value? put one more button, decrease, and when I click on that decrease now, it should go decrease the value. If it is 5, it should become 4, 3, 2, like that. Do it, sir. If I click that button, it should decrease it. You have given C equals to 0. When it directly taken from the text content, yes, you can take it directly from text content also. Someone in the online gave it a nice logic. Sir, instead of taking starting Z value 0, can you take it directly like this? Yes, you can take it. Interesting point is if you do like this, you can start from 10. Now initially value is 10, C value also will become 10 and you can do that. You can do that. That is a good logic, Pooja. You can do that. Online, you can try it however you like. It's up to your logic. Okay. You can try that. My code is different. Now, can you try that, sir? Is it done? Just to do it one minus button. Someone Sagar let C double equals to 0 wrong, Sagar, because C equals to 0 will assign, double equals to 0 will compare, Sagar. C double equals to 0 bole to comparison. You should not do comparison now. We are not comparing. We are giving C value 0 hai aisa. Good. Online Bhuvan Kalyan, you put one function and in the function you just put it like C minus minus and you just write it that particular one there. Right. Good logic. If I have to do it, Control C, I will just do it here. I will create one more function called change to because already change is there. I will write it here decrease. So if I click on this button decrease, automatically it will call change to. It will call change to. And inside this function change to, what I will do same code. I will not change anything. Instead, I will put here C minus minus. Then automatically it will do C minus minus and it will put that value. Now if you go here, if I do plus, it will, huh? Seriously, if I click plus, why it is decreasing, Ray? because I forgot to change the name. Change to. Now it will work clearly. If I click plus, it is incrementing. If I click minus, what it is doing? Incrementing. Online, is it clear, ma? Online, is it clear till now? Tomorrow we will discuss in detail about DOM manipulation, but these were the basic gist of DOM. Online, is it clear, everyone? Yes. Today's whole class we have discussed. Sir, have you explained events? No, we have not discussed events. We have discussed only one event called on click. If you click on that, it will work. That's it. But we will have a separate chapter on events. At that time, I will tell you all other events also. But we are discussing only one event that is called on click till now. I will tell you so many events in future. Now, see this. Today's class completely what we discuss, sir. There will be one object called document. A document object के अंदर पूरा HTML रहता. पूरा HTML रहता. Now, JavaScript can access this document and can select any element, and can change any element to what. And after changing it, it will give it to screen. Now, how can you select an element? To change an element, for example, if I wanted to change this 0 to 1, if I want to change this 0 to 1 or minus 1, first I have to select that 0 na. First I have to select that element na. So how do you select an element? There are 5 ways to select an element. There are 5 ways to select an element, which we discussed in this DOM. I will update the notes also, don't worry. There are 5 ways to select an element. One is called get elements by tag name. But get elements by tag name will select all elements of particular tag and it will give one array. Second one is get elements by class name. Get element by class name will select all the elements of particular class name, but this one also gives array. You can select an element uniquely using get element by ID, or you can also select an element using query selector. With query selector, you will give inside some CSS selector like dot class name or hash ID name, but it will select only one element. What if I wanted to select multiple elements? Then I will use query selector all. What I will use, ma? Query selector all. Okay, sir. You selected the element. After selecting the element, if you wanted to write element inside the text, if you wanted to write elements inside the text, you will write a text content. You will write the text content. And in that text content, you can change it, you can update it however you wanna do, which we will also discuss tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, daily we will have tasks also. If you remember in HTML and CSS, I used to give task na. Same like that. Till now, JavaScript, you learned basics. Now onwards, you are going to use the JavaScript. So from now onwards, every day, we will do some projects. We will do something like real-time ones, and I will give you some tasks also. Okay. Is this clear, ma? Yeah. Okay. Some people were absent today, so we will see them and we will go for the tomorrow's one. Tomorrow we will go here complete. Okay. Any doubts, sir? Online, we didn't get loops notes. I will just check it, ma. I will just put it. Don't worry. I will just check it and put it. Any doubts, sir, here? No. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you all.